Welcome to another installment of Johnny Talks Football. Today is NFL Day. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to recap Week 1 of the NFL. We're going to go over some shocking upsets, some teams that could be in trouble, and we're going to make our Week 2 predictions. Now I have a special guest today, one of my friends, Austen Harper. How you doing today, Austin?
I'm doing good.
All right, that's good. So, you ready to get started here, buddy?
Yeah, I am.
All right, so let's talk about Week 1 real quick. These shocking upsets. Who was more of a surprise? Who are you surprised that lost more? Who are you surprised that lost more? The Colts or the Seahawks? Which one surprised you the most?
I think Seahawks.
Yeah, why the Seahawks? I was mean to ask you that.
They did a good play. They could have ran the ball really well. They played hard enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that because the Seahawks playing the Rams, they usually get competitive, but I never seen like the Seahawks lose that horribly. Like it was just bad offensive play calling. I mean, the Colts losing to the Bills, you would think it wouldn't be by like 2 possessions. You would think it'd be like 7 points, right?
Right.
So which team do you think is in more trouble heading down the road? The Cowboys or the Chicago Bears? That's kind of a debate. I mean, the Bears, they pretty much technically lost by 2 possessions, but they just scored at the end because they got lucky. Cowboys were without their top receiver for like 6 weeks.
That was terrible.
So what do you say we get to our Week 2 picks? Let's start with the one tonight, the Broncos and Chiefs. I know you yelled your pick at me earlier, but the other people don't know. So who are you picking tonight?
I'm going to Chiefs tonight.
Ooh, any particular reason why?
Because they have Alex Smith, and they have the good running backs.
Yeah, that running back for the Chiefs is pretty good.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you on this one. I have a rule when I make my sports prediction, and that's not to bet against Peyton Manning. So I'm going to pick the Broncos to win this one tonight.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Next pick is the Texans versus the Panthers.
I'd say maybe Texans.
Yeah, I got the Texans on my sheet too. I think the Texans are going to really recover from that Week 1 defeat against Kansas City. I think J.J. Watt's going to make some big plays on that defensive side.
Yep.
And I really like to see the Texans running game get going a little bit before Foster comes back.
Yep.
This next one's pretty interesting. 49ers versus the Steelers.
How are the 49ers?
Ooh, we're in another disagreement here. I like the Steelers to win this one at home. They've had more time to rest than the 49ers have. I think that's going to come through in the end. I like the Steelers in this one. I think the 49ers will be a little bit fatigued in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. An NFC South rivalry, the Buccaneers versus the Saints.
Yep.
Who do you like there?
And the caller. Don't tell me to hush. I don't know what to do, Johnny.
What?
I have no idea.
All right. It's okay to be undecided because you never really know what's going to happen in the NFL.
Yeah.
But I do like the Saints to win this one to recover from their Week 1 loss. I just don't think Jameis Winston's NFL ready yet. You kind of saw that last week. How about the next one? Lions versus the Vikings.
Vikings.
Oh, we're in another disagreement here. I like the Lions in this one. I think Stafford's going to look for Calvin Johnson more this week because it's a divisional rivalry.
Yep.
Ooh, the Cardinals and the Chicago Bears.
I'm going for the Bears.
Yep, I got you. I'm with you on that one. I think Jay Cutler's going to redeem himself this week. It's in Chicago. Loud crowd in Chicago. They're going to be behind him this one.
Yeah.
Ooh, Patriots versus the Bills.
Bills.
And is that just because you hate the Patriots?
I hate them. I'm going for the Bills.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you again here. I'm going to pick the Patriots to win this one. Now, I know it's in Buffalo, but I think Brady's going to look for Gronk a lot again this week. I think Gronk's going to have about 100 receiving yards this week. Patriots in this one. All right, Chargers and the Bengals.
Chargers.
Yep, I like the Chargers in this one too. I think Rivers is looking for Keenan Allen a lot. We saw that last week. I think he's trying to get Keenan Allen back in the offensive system. Ooh, this is an interesting one. Titans versus the Cleveland Browns. We got two young, inexperienced quarterbacks in this one. What do you like in this one?
I'm going for the Titans.
All right. Well, I like the Browns in this one. It's in the dog pound. I think the Browns are going to be. I think they're going to be motivated after that 21-point loss against the Jets last week. I like the Browns to come back and redeem themselves. All right. Falcons versus the Giants.
I'm going for the Giants. If they can redeem themselves.
Well, I like the Falcons in this one. I think the Falcons are riding that momentum off from Monday night's victory, and I think it's going to carry into this week.
Yeah.
Well, how about the Rams and the Redskins?
Rams.
Yep. I think the Rams are going to win this one too. I really think the Rams are going to shockingly start 2-0 for the first time since, probably the first time since I got into football. All right, the Dolphins and the Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Whoa! Shocking pick. But I like the Dolphins to win this one. I think that defense is going to improve and get more beefier than last week. I like the Dolphins to win this one by 17 points. But I'll be impressed if the Jaguars win because you called it first.
Yeah.
What about the Baltimore Ravens and Oakland Raiders?
Baltimore.
Yep. I just don't think the Raiders are ready for this season. I don't think they're going to be ready till middle of the season. I like the Ravens to win this by about, I don't know, it could be 20. Well, this is interesting. The Cowboys without Dez Bryant versus the Eagles trying to recover from a heartbreaking Monday night loss.
I love the Cowboys.
Whoa. Even though it's in Philly, you're still picking the Dallas Cowboys. But I'll tell you what, man. I like the Eagles in this one. I think the Eagles are going to be pretty much motivated after that Week 1 loss. They're going to come out with firepower, and I think they're going to win by about 2 possessions. Ooh, this is a good one. The Sunday night game, the Packers and the Seahawks.
Seahawks all the way.
Yep, I'm going to pick the Seahawks to recover from that overtime loss. It's in Seattle. That 12th man's they're going to rally him throughout the second half. I think the Seahawks will pull away in the second half. They'll win by 13. Now this is probably going to be probably the boring game of the week is actually on Monday night, which I'm kind of disappointed how the NFL scheduled these. Because personally, I feel like Packers and the Seahawks should be the Monday night game. The Jets and the Colts, even though I don't think this is worth watching, I'm probably not going to watch this one. I think it's just going to be boring. But who do you like, the Jets or the Colts?
Colts.
I do too. I think Andrew Luck's probably going to throw the ball a lot more than he did last week. I think he's going to prove himself that Week 1 was just a fluke, so I like the Colts in this one. Again, I'm probably not going to watch this. I'm disappointed the NFL made this the Monday night game. I personally think they should have just traded out with one of the Sunday noon games. I would have much rather had Chargers and Bengals on Monday night or 49ers Steelers. I'm very disappointed in the NFL.
Yeah.
Anyway, so let's just, since it's been in the news a lot lately, do you think the Patriots actually tampered with the Steelers' headsets? What do you think? Do you think the Patriots cheated again?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, since it's been around the news since Friday, like probably Friday morning, I don't think they'd had anything to do with this one. I mean, even if they wanted to do it, the NFL rule states that if a team's headsets aren't working, you can't use yours either. So I don't know if that would make sense to do that. Unless they just don't really say anything through the headsets, or if they just do it for show. I just don't know. I've never been around in the NFL at all. I mean, we're just kids still, Austin.
Yep.
So what do you think happened on Sunday night? Do you think the Giants lost the game or the Cowboys won it?
I think the Cowboys.
Well, if you ask me, I think the Giants lost this because it was basically, you had 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. You could have just taken a knee or something like that in the middle of the field. Could have wasted about 40 more seconds, and then basically Dallas could have only had probably like 35 seconds to score a touchdown. So just bad play calling by Tom Coughlin there. Anyway, so that wraps up the installment of Johnny Talks Football. Special thanks to Austin for joining me today.
Yep.
All right, I'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.
And enjoy football this weekend.